Yeah, really just excited about the fan base. 11 o'clock kick. That's early for everybody. My wife even said so, right? I mean, she was dragging the family out of the house. But I thought the place, there's a lot of energy from the 11 o'clock kick. The students were great. I thought the core was phenomenal for 4 quarters. No better way on Military Appreciation Day. Those guys were rocking and rolling to the end, so it was good to see. A lot of young guys got rolled into some action today, which was good. We had 10 different guys catch passes. Bryce Duke, true freshman, rolled a bunch of guys defensively in that second half, trying to build some depth there. So I'll take some questions. Yeah.
You said you wanted to see general improvement earlier this week. Did you get to see the improvement that you wanted?
I did. I thought, obviously there's going to be things that we have to emphasize this week, but I thought we were able to move the ball and stay on schedule better. And that was certainly a point of contention. We converted better on third down. We had some long extended drives. We just weren't as good in the red zone as maybe you'd want to be. We kicked the ball well, but I'd like to score touchdowns down there.
Defensively, I know you said you're not all about the shutout. It's still sort of paying you to give up the long one deep.
I'd be lying if I said it didn't. We rolled some guys through, and, to me, I look at it, it's, we talked in the locker room, the standard's the standard. And when you go in that game, you're representing everybody. You got to preserve a shutout when you have a chance to do that. But it's a learning opportunity. It was a scramble situation, and our guys are taught to plaster to their people in their zones, plaster to their man, and we didn't do that. So that'll be a good learning opportunity.
And Jaden Blue kind of looked like himself, or what we, I guess, all expected. He had that big catch on 3rd and 19. How big was that, and how nice was it to kind of have him full go?
Yeah, let me tell you, I'm so happy for him, first of all. There's nobody that deserves it more after what he's been through. But he made some great catches out there today and really helped us, keep drives alive. And so I hope that's the kickstart to get him going, where he can be an impact player. Caleb, with the injury, we lose him at halftime, and so it was good that Jaden and Gosnell and Christian Moss, those guys really picked up the slack, and it was good to see that.
What did you feel about the way Grant played and kind of surveyed the field today? It seemed like one of his better games.
Yeah, I think that's a closer example of who Grant is. If he gets just a little bit of time, he can really read that thing and make good throws and be accurate. So I think that's a good building block for him.
Aaron in the second row.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the receivers too, but instead I'll ask Garbett and King, I guess, just do they have any setbacks, or you didn't want to risk it today? Or?
Yeah, they just weren't, if we felt like they could have gone and it was the right thing, they would have. But just didn't get well enough. We went all the way to today with Keyshawn, and he just couldn't get to full speed. And I can sit there and say, yeah, he's pretty good at 90%, but, I don't want to do that to him. Most kids want to play when they're feeling great, and he didn't feel great. Taiwan, that was earlier. Him and Josh Fuga, neither one of those guys dressed. We made that decision yesterday. But, we definitely got to get healthy and be healthy going into Thursday night.
But I think there were 8 different passing targets who had at least 10 receiving yards at halftime. I mean, that was you really sprayed it around quite a bit. I mean, is that kind of the ideal? Is that what you want to see, or you prefer one or two guys step up?
No, I think so. That's who we need to be, and I think that's who Grant is. It's not about a guy. It's about the right throw, and he's the kind of quarterback that can do that.
Were you able to get through the game and get the guys some rest that you wanted? Is this kind of what the plan would have been, if you say in the perfect world?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the snap count was on offense, but defensively the snap count was really low. And so we monitored that closely. We didn't really, we didn't want a 4-quarter game. And, from a snap count standpoint defensively, they played about half of a game. We rolled some guys in that 4th quarter, and, I'm anxious to watch that film and watch some of those new guys out there. Moiston was out there. Malachi Madison at D-tackle made a tackle, and, some of those other guys. Elijah Howard was out there at corner. DJ Harvey played some extended snaps at corner and nickel. It'll be good to see.
You had 3.2 yards a carry. Would you have liked to have run the ball better in this game, or just something Wofford was doing defensively?
Yeah, I would. I would like to, we got to pick up a 4th and 1, and the thing I would say is this: I don't want to take credit away from Wofford. Coach Conklin is a good defensive coach. And you look at their first 2 ball games, their defense just kept hanging in there and hanging tough. And, the Elon game was 12-0 forever. They got a good group on defense, and he's got a good plan. So, but we got to be better than that,
One group you didn't sub many guys out was O-line. It looked like the starters were out there except for Silas, Bob Schick in there. Did you want them to get as many reps together, just sort of get some unity there?
I think we're still, we're trying to get to a place with those guys. I know Coach Rudolph feels that way. And honestly, offensive line coaches always are begrudgingly with subbing. But we also, it's about those guys playing together and feeling confident and finding the right run plays, and all that's really, really valuable right now for us.
Coach, did you find that defensive rush that you were talking about earlier in the week with those yard dogs, as Norrell Pollack called them?
Yeah, I think the guys are doing a nice job. We missed a big sack early. Kid did a nice job getting out of it. But we're getting on the edges, and we are, I think the quarterback's feeling us. I think when people put the tape on, they're going to say, okay, we're not going to be able to sit back here and hold the ball. And we got to keep it that way. We ran a bunch of pressures again today, mixed it up. But we're headed in the right direction. C.J. McCray, Cole Nelson, those guys are certainly, with Taiwan's absence, they stepped up.
Stay in the back of the room with David, and then we'll come back to Aaron.
Hey, Brent, not much time to celebrate. Does game week kind of start now with, the game coming up on Thursday?
Yeah, absolutely. I get out of here, it's take a shower and grade the film and do all the quality control from this game and put it to bed. Our players are doing their recovery and regen. So we're on. We're already in game week. So tomorrow will be a busy day. Our analysts, they always have the opportunity to look ahead, and they were working on West Virginia this past week.
Ross 5 for 5 on his field goals so far. Knock on wood for him. But that first one is 46 yards, I think. I mean, it's not a chip shot. How important was it just to get on the board at that point? The crowd doesn't have to get restless so that it's still 0-0.
Yeah, that my ego, I wanted to just, go for it, but it's good. We need to be able to take drives. If we get stalled, hey, let's feel good about kicking it and making it, And right now, Ross, and he's doing a great job. One of the second one, I believe it was, the snap was a little high, and Peter did a great job getting it down, and so I'm pleased with that group right now. And I tell you what, we're kicking the ball out of the end zone even better than we did last week. A ton of touchbacks today.
Did Caleb re-aggravate something in there in the first half?
Yeah, we're not sure what it is. He seems to be okay. They did x-rays, everything checked out, but they're going to do a little further dive on him. But talking to him there near the end of the game, he seemed pretty good.
And Silas, did he just get rolled up on that play? Did he have come back in?
He's fine. He could have.
And we mentioned Blue earlier. Christian Moss was another guy you mentioned on Tech Talk Live who's kind of trending, I think is what you said.
Yeah.
A couple nice catches by him today. What have you seen from him just throughout the camp and into the start of the season?
He's got really good abilities. He's long. He's kind of slinky. And he catches the ball well. It's just it's a matter of just growing up, and mastering your craft and really diving into this thing. And he's taken a big step. That was the situation with him. But, like we talked about, just during the week, I mean, Jaden and Christian and Gosnell continuing to make plays. That builds confidence for Grant, too, that, you can throw the ball and feel like guys are going to catch it.
Bryce Duke had that wheel route for a touchdown. How exciting is that to see a freshman, his explosiveness, and, you got him a lot of reps today. What are you seeing from him in practice?
With Keyshawn and Malachi not playing, it creates an opportunity, where you got to get another guy or two ready. And Coach Holt did a good job coaching Bryce up. And Bryce is a smart guy. He's a student of the game. He doesn't say a whole lot. He just works. And, when that ball went up in the air, I was very confident Bryce was going to catch it. He's very consistent, and he's a guy that we're going to be able to count on, over the next couple of years.
Brent, with some of those injuries that you have, what are the challenges of kind of prepping and then trying to, get some of these important pieces healthy with only 5 days instead of a normal game week?
Yeah, obviously it's full-time job for Brett and his staff and the team docs. I mean, those guys got to double up on treatments and do everything they can, and we got to be mindful of how we rep them, what we do with them, to make sure there's no setbacks to get them to the track.
And then you were here in the mid-'90s when Tech and West Virginia played every year. What kind of does this game and this rivalry coming up with the Black Diamond Trophy mean to you from your previous experience?
Yeah, honestly, again, for us, it's about being 1-0 this week. We got to make the corrections. We got to continue to build depth to give us the best chance to win the game. We got to come up with good plans. We have a good week of practice. To me, it's a home game. It's another opportunity for our fans to come out and support and help us do this, and for family and friends. So, it'll be a heck of an atmosphere, I'm sure, and we got to do everything we can starting today to be ready to play our best. All right, appreciate y'all.
All right, guys, we'll be back.
Nobody commented on the new podium? That was Mike Hazel's work right there.
We'll start at the podium with student athletes, and we're going to break down.
Grant, I think you guys completed passes to 10 different receivers today. Was that part of the game plan to spread it around? Is that just sort of how you play as a quarterback?
That's just how, the plays played out. But, I have confidence every guy in there, and, that doesn't really surprise me.
Grant, what did you think of the play of Christian Moss? Seems like he's really taken a couple steps, especially with the way he played today.
Yeah, he had a fantastic game. I don't think anybody in the offensive room was surprised by that. I think he's had a great fall camp. He's had great weeks preparing, and I was glad to see he had a really good day.
Hey, Grant, how important was that catch that Jaden Blue made on that third and long, on that first touchdown drive, just to kind of get you guys rolling there?
Yeah, we had that was one situation where, it was third and long, and, going into the week, third down was a big emphasis, and a lot of that stems from first and second down. But, anytime you can convert a long third down, the momentum seems to increase, and, that certainly was no exception. Yeah, he is getting healthier. He has always has great weeks preparing. I think he expects highly of himself, and the whole offense does as well. So it's good to see he made some plays, and I think that's only going to build his confidence.
Back in the room, David.
Hey, Grant, just curious, do you like the 11 a.m. kickoff?
I love the 11 a.m. kickoff. I'm sure I'm in the minority there, but knowing we have the whole day to recover after that, it's very nice.
Well, I mean, we're done at 2:32, so maybe you're not in the minority. Do you feel like you're gaining confidence now, week after week? You have 3 games in. Do you like where you're at right now at this point in the season?
Yeah, I do. We grade hardly of each other every week on Sunday. We take grading seriously here, and we learn a lot each week. We're going to continue to learn till the end of the season, and I think we're doing great week to week.
How did you feel like you played today, just in general, and how did the flow of the offense go for you?
Yeah, I thought I played well. Made some completions to start drives, and then, we had some big third down conversions that really helped the momentum of the offense. And I think, when you have drive starters like that really get the whole drive, the whole mood started, each drive, I think it helps.
What did you see on that wheel route to Bryce, and how exciting is it to get that touchdown and to get him on the board, first collegiate touchdown for him?
Yeah, we knew that was man coverage, so we checked to that. It was a great check by Tebow, and anytime you are able to be a part of someone's first touchdown is very rewarding, and that was no exception with Bryce.
On that pass, is that a tough pass to sort of drop in there? It seems like you just have to get it over the top and hit it right in stride like that.
Yeah, that's one of the weird timing routes that are different with every back. I knew I had a chance in there, so he can scoot a little bit, and he has the ability to track down some balls, and that's something we worked on all camp and all week. So I was proud of that one.
Other questions for Grant? All right, thanks, Grant.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.